Hey, what's up? Jason Weigandt, still down under. I've been here for almost 3 weeks. We had a little Racer X Films preview of the SX Open in Auckland 2 weeks ago. Now we're at the Aus-X Open, brought to you by Monster Energy. This is Marvel Stadium. They're going to get 35,000 some people here, which will make it undoubtedly the largest crowd to ever watch a Supercross race in Australia. Now, you American fans might be saying 35,000, that's good. You got to remember that the population of Australia is about a tenth of what it is in the United States. So to get an American-sized crowd in a country with 1/10 the amount of people is a very, very big deal. And they've got a lot of people to root for, and we'll talk to a lot of those big stars as we get a little preview for the event right here on press day. So enjoy. Okay, we're in Australia, so I assume that, Jett Lawrence, you race all these races, right? I've never been to one, but I'm assuming you've raced hundreds of these. Wait, no, not at all.
No, not one. This is my first one, so yeah.
What was the Supercross scene like when you were growing up? You don't have much Supercross experience. Was there any opportunity to do this 5 years ago, 3 years ago, even on an amateur level?
No. Over here, the amateurs don't really get to do much Supercross. Back when I was riding, so yeah, not much, really.
Did you think, say 2 years ago, hey, I'm 2 years away from being able to race the Aus-X Open, or was this like a dream that was way out there?
Well, it was obviously would have been nice to do it, and yeah, we just thought of it after Monster Cup, you know, just wonder if we do Aus-X Open, and so we did pretty well at Aus-X Open, Monster Cup, yeah. Sorry, and I was like, yeah, why not? Let's just go try it. So yeah.
How's the Supercross prep been going with Johnny O and your crew?
It's been really good, really good. It's been a lot of progress and that stuff since I first started. I was pretty squirrely when I first started, and now I've kind of smoothed out a little bit, so yeah, it's been pretty good. And
coming here, I mean, because of Monster Cup, because of the amateur races, the crowd's going to be pumped. You've really built your profile. So what's the crowd going to be like on Saturday?
I don't know. Hopefully it'll be good, but yeah, I'm not sure, really.
What about the racing? Do you have any goals specifically? Do you know where you're going to stack up?
No, probably not to crash.
Okay.
It's just, we'll see. Just try and go and just race my dirt bike.
So don't forget, this is your first professional Supercross. Let's take it easy, right?
Yeah, just keep it on 2 wheels.
All right, that's a good goal. He's in SX2 against these crazy 250 guys. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, that's Jett Lawrence. Okay, we've got a red plate now. Big change from when we talked to this guy in New Zealand, Klout. Now you're leading the points. I talked to you a little bit 2 days ago. You did back it down a little bit this week?
Yeah, definitely. You know, like I said to you, it's hard for me at the moment because where I'm from in Sydney, it's been like 40 degrees, so it's been pretty hard for me to ride and get good riding in. So I did have some riding, but it was more just staying loose type of thing. But you know, I had a really good day on Wednesday with Josh. We went out and pounded a really good kind of like race day format, and it was a really good shakedown. So and then obviously a little ride then. I feel good, so I'm ready to go.
Okay, so what is this like? You got the points lead, but it's this big. Brayton's right behind you. We know he's capable, so how do you treat the whole weekend, man? Can you block all that out, treat it like a regular race, or are you going to be like really worried?
No, well, you know, I've been in this position before, obviously only a few months ago with the Motocross Championship. So, you know, I've learned a lot from then to now, and I'm going to just, you know, block that out as best as I can and just take it kind of practice session by practice session, lap by lap, race by race. And, you know, if we're obviously going into that last, you know, triple format race and I've got a championship kind of and win, I'll obviously be thinking about it then. But, you know, I'm going to try and block it out as much as I can. And, you know, wherever I end up, and we'll see where we end up at the end of the day. But I've been working hard. The team's been working hard, and we're expecting a championship, but it's not going to be easy.
What is it like, by the way? They're going to say this is the biggest Australian Supercross ever, probably crowd-wise, the stadium, the city. What is this like, the whole scale of the race in general?
Oh, it's unreal, you know. Like, obviously the Aus-X Open was in Sydney, and I mean, I don't even know how many people were there, 15, 20,000 maybe, and you could hear the energy and the vibe and that. It was crazy then. So to almost be doubling that now is just going to be insane. So, you know, I think I'm going to have a good following this weekend. And, you know, obviously we've got a bit of an Aussie versus USA type of thing happening. So I'm just going to try and block that out, but use it as a bit of energy and motivation and just do the best I can. And, you know, hopefully bring the championship off the American guys and bring it back to Australia. Yeah,
there'll be a lot of people to cheer for him if he does that. That'd be cool. Okay, your old buddy Brett Metcalfe again, podium guy, when we last saw you in New Zealand. But for Australia specifically, what is this race going to be like? They keep telling me the biggest race that Australia's ever had.
It's the biggest race in history.
Yeah. Pretty big, dude.
For Australia. No, it's awesome. I mean, besides maybe the Motocross the Nations in
92.
92. I was going to say 88, 92, yeah.
Even you're not that old.
Yeah, no, I am, man. I was born then. Okay. No, I mean, it's, this is it. I mean, this is going to be the biggest thing. So if you haven't got tickets yet, you better get online, But it's exciting for us as riders to be here with this in this stadium, and it's amazing. I mean, this feels like you're walking into, American Supercross. Yeah. So this is something that we've never really experienced or seen here in Australia.
Yeah, for me, this is first Australian Supercross I've been to, so I'm like, oh, it looks like any other Supercross, but that's not the way it usually works here.
Not necessarily. I mean, this is a massive stadium, big expense. It's AME have definitely stepped up, and the risk involved that we're seeing the reward right now, and I think come Saturday night it's going to be amazing. So, hats off to them. I'm happy that we're here, and also as a part of our 5-round championship, it's good to have this included.
And for you, the season is about to wrap here. How would you rate it? You got that podium at the last race. How has it gone in general?
Okay. It's not started off really good, and then and Adelaide at my hometown race had a big crash, and that set me back. Yeah. The next 2 rounds were a bit off, but then obviously a bit of time. Recoup came out last week at New Zealand, or a couple weeks ago in Auckland, got a podium, which was nice. Like, I needed that, and looking forward to tomorrow night.
Yeah, and some home sauce, man. The Australian people are going to be going nuts for guys like this.
Vegemite, a little bit of Vegemite on the toast.
Vegemite. I don't know how you eat that. I tried. Okay, I tried. It's an acquired taste. How about that? We're here with Chad Reed. I got scared. I didn't see you riding laps on press day, and I'm like, oh no, he's still really injured. But you're okay, or okay enough?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I mean, what's okay these days? But
it all adds up.
It does.
Right?
It does. But no, I'm fine. Actually wasn't too bad. I did a couple of laps, and I don't know why, but my bike was feeling a little weird, so I just had the boys go check it over.
Yeah. Okay, so rib-wise, you're going to be able to go because you tried in New Zealand.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not ideal. It's not perfect, but I think I'll be okay. Like my initial feelings on the bike, I did the jumps and whatnot, and I wasn't in pain, where in New Zealand, obviously, I was in a lot of pain. So, I mean, not at my best, but I'll be okay. This is a crowd that means a lot to me, so we'll suck it up.
Well, yeah, everybody keeps saying this is probably going to be the biggest Supercross in Australian history, guaranteed as far as the crowd is concerned. So what is that like? You've seen it all, done it all. That's got to be big.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you see Supercross races on a week-to-week basis like I do, and as a little kid growing up, like this is I think your dream, to see a big stadium in an Aussie filled with dirt. So, like everybody, I've been seeing the social media posts, and you see the stadium and you're like, wow, it looks cool, but it's always hard to get a feel for what it's really like. So I think to come here, walk in and see how big it is, how nice it is, it becomes more, real.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud to see what this event's come from, like from going from the Kudos in Sydney, though I'm a New South Wales boy, which you don't know what that is, but
no clue.
But it's Sydney's more home and closer to my home than what this is. But I think for the better good of the sport, I'm really, really proud.
How do you balance the whole thing? You're a racer, obviously, while you're here, but I would imagine you want some family time when you're here, and I think you took your boys out and tried to show them around in the bush. So how do you balance all this on this whole trip?
I haven't found that balance yet. It seems like it's always a moving target, and now with 3 kids that love hanging out with their cousins, it even becomes more challenging. So initially it was kind of like a tour, like I was in Paris and New Zealand here, and Ben, Dan, and I were doing the boys trip, basically going to work, and last second the kids really wanted to come see their cousins. So yeah, it's been a bit of a family trip, to be honest, and it's been fun. I've enjoyed my time, but it's always hard because you always, Anaheim's right around the corner, and for me there's a lot of moving, pieces of the puzzle right now, trying to figure out actually going racing in Anaheim and things like that. So you kind of here and you're trying to turn everything off and enjoy family and friends, but that's a balance that I haven't ever really figured out.
Makes me feel better because I've been here with the family the whole 3 weeks, and I feel like I'm getting it wrong on both sides. So even Chad Reed can't quite master that. It's hard.
No, and I've been trying 20 years. So, but we're saying that this is an important weekend. This will be this will be a fun one. Ellie flies in today, so yeah, looking forward to the weekend.
All right, it's going to be historic, and if it is, you got to have Chad Reed as part of it, and probably good enough to race this time, so even better, right?
Yeah, no, I think I'll be okay. So yeah, looking forward to it. Get out there, have some fun, and this will be my last one, so it's a big one.
Oh, okay. Even more of a reason to get your tickets if you're anywhere near. This could be the last one here in Australia. Okay, we got Ricky Carmichael now. When we last saw you, we had the Anzac versus USA showdown in New Zealand. Dude, you knocked Ben Townley down in New Zealand. You did. You knocked him down.
Leave it to the press guy to start.
Blow it up.
Right, he's blowing it up.
I'm blowing it up.
No, he wasn't supposed to run into my back tire. That wasn't the plan, right? He's supposed to wait just a little bit and sneak back underneath me. Yeah, that wasn't planned, and
now he's coming for you.
you know what? I haven't heard from him since Auckland, and then all of a sudden today he's like trying to play nice. So I know what his tactics are. So I'm gonna have to rethink my strategy based on the messages. But no, it's a lot of fun actually. Ben lived in Tallahassee when he came from Europe to try to live out his dreams of being a U.S. champ, which he was, Eastern Regional Supercross champ, and we formed a good relationship. So to be able to come back in the age we are now, where we're at in our lives and careers, it was a lot of fun. And I'd always heard how nice New Zealand was. Yeah. So to get there to his home country and check it out, it was special.
Okay, so now we are in Australia where they say it's going to be the biggest Australian race ever. You've been a part of quite a these Aus-X Opens, but this is a whole nother level from what everybody's telling me.
Yeah, this is incredible. Marvel Stadium in Melbourne. I've never been to Melbourne. I got to say, this is out of the cities that I've been extremely impressed. So really happy to come here Saturday night. You know, from the Australian Supercross Championship, there's a lot on the line. Yes. It is a tight battle, so I'm excited to watch that race. And then, of course, doing the Oz-US showdown between myself and Townley and whoever our teammates are. But
maybe we'll get that Reedy guy finally back on a motorcycle.
Yeah, he skipped out on us at Auckland, but I'm sure he's going to be a fixture in it for the race. But yeah, so the first two times that I did Aus-X was at Sydney at Kudos Bank Arena, and now to be at Marvel, this is absolutely incredible. This place is amazing and brings back some memories of some stadiums that we have in the States that I'm sure you're aware of. First and foremost, the Superdome, I feel like it has that feel. But I'm excited for the Australian fans to be able to experience this. This is about as close to Monster Energy Supercross as they will get. I mean, it's almost identical. Yeah. So I'm happy for them to be able to experience that, guys, and see all the great talent.
It's what I've noticed in Melbourne, and now being in this stadium, I have to keep reminding myself I'm in Australia because it just feels like any big American city and any big American dome, pretty much.
Yeah, and then you got the monster tough block covers, and yeah, I mean, I'm here, you're here. You know, you got, let's see here, Brayton, Reedy. I mean, it's like wait a minute. I brought my girlfriend. She's like, man, there's a lot of people here from the States. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Right. So yeah, it's exciting, and they're supposed to have a really good crowd. So I'm excited to see that, and you know, the final round for their championship as well, and it's going to be good stuff.
It is. It's a perfect all-around show. Good to have him a part of it. Thanks, dude.
I'm glad you're here, too. That's fantastic. Believe it or not, yeah.
They don't sell tickets because of announcers, bro. Just riders, okay?
Don't settle yourself
I appreciate that. All right, get to work. See ya.